Hey everyone, Sean here. And my dog. It's beautiful, pretty much winter day, almost winter, and I wanted to continue my series on the curiosity workout. So the last video I sort of talked about this idea of a curiosity index. And today I want to talk about a different exercise. And I don't really have a great name for this exercise yet, but it's basically to set a limit, to set some kind of constraint every day, and then to go out and produce something. So if you're working with your hands and crafting, you can set a constraint on what you work with or how you work. If you're a photographer like me, you can go out with a specific lens or a lack of a lens or a certain camera or not a certain camera. So it's to set a constraint, because setting constraints is both fueling for creativity. It's actually where creativity comes from, but it's also a way of sort of changing up the day and forcing us to see differently. So this morning, I'm actually re-recording this because I didn't have my mic with me, but this morning when I came out, I set a constraint of only working with my iPhone. I did not bring my camera. I just brought my iPhone, what I'm recording on now, and said, I'm going to create work or something with this iPhone today. And of course, it has a very wide-angle lens. And I chose to use an app called Slow Shutter. Thanks to David Duchemin for pointing me to that. But basically, that's the sort of idea, is to set a constraint. One of the mornings I came out, I kept coming to the same place I come every morning. And one morning I came with my DSLR, but I only brought my 85mm portrait lens. It's a lens I would only ever use in the studio. I would never bring it out for a pre-sunrise and the sun coming up. But it was one of the most fascinating days I've spent here, was having my portrait lens on there and no other lens, and seeing how that changed what I saw here, what I experienced. I will post to my blog some of the images I took this morning playing around with my iPhone. I actually had a lot of fun. And one of the things that happens is when you do set a constraint, and I do it when I get up. I get up in the morning, I do my ritual in the bathroom. I won't talk about what that is. It involves the toilet. And then as I'm sitting there, I'm like, what's my constraint today? I'm going to take my dog out. What is it? What's my thing? And one of the things that happens is when you get here, or I got here this morning, and I was like, I don't want to shoot with my iPhone. I don't want this wide angle lens. And it took me most of my walk before I saw something. And then I started to play. And I just started to have a lot of fun. So there's that moment where you don't want to do it. It just seems silly. Whatever constraint you put on yourself, you're like, forget it, I'm not going to do it. But if you break through that wall, it can really be a lot of fun. So that's the next tip in the curiosity workout. Please let me know if you try it, how it works out, or any questions you have. And I'll talk to you all soon.
I'm just another body of water. I'm more fed and I expect too much out of this deal, running in circles. All the